Today I'm flying on a banned flight. Yes, you heard correctly. But what exactly do I mean? Back in 2017, Qatar Airways was banned from flying into much of the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and the UAE to name a few. Flights to Dubai and Abu Dhabi were as frequent as 18 times a day, but overnight that went to zero. This lasted right up until January of this year, when the blockade was lifted. Today I'm flying on the very first flight from Dubai to Qatar. What is this flight actually going to be like? Which aircraft operates it? And should you fly it? Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to the channel. You join me today at Dubai International Airport, where we're in for a pretty unique experience. It's already caused a little bit of confusion. Of course, most people that work at the airport haven't heard Qatar Airways mentioned in 3.5 years. For me to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna check into Qatar Airways, they're like, sorry, not sure. Hello. Well, we're off to a great start, already getting into trouble. Over by Checkin, the flight looks pretty busy. I'm flying business class out with a cash rate of over $1,000. But don't worry, I didn't pay anywhere near that, and I'll explain exactly how I did that later in the video. Just in the lounge that Qatar Airways offers, it's called the Galleries Lounge. They did used to have their dedicated Qatar Airways lounge, but that is in Terminal 2, I believe, or one of the other terminals at Dubai. We're in Terminal 3 at the moment, which usually is the terminal which Emirates uses, but because of the pandemic, of course, situation as it is. Without any more to say, cheers. Whilst the Galleries isn't a patch on Qatar's own lounges, I was pretty impressed. Full buffet service dining and alcoholic drink service were offered, and of course I took full advantage of this. So much so, I had to run for my flight. Goodness me, so I got a little bit carried away in that lounge, and as you can probably see from my running, I've only just made it. We're going to be flying a wide-body aircraft, the 787, I think it's a -9. Right, let's get down that jet bridge and onto the Dreamliner. How's it going?
Hi, thank you so much.
Right guys, so I just wanted to welcome you on board the 787. We are flying over to Doha today. Let's go and check out what the situation is in terms of the seats and what the service is like today. It's worth noting, in usual times on both the Dreamliner and A350 aircraft, there's a small bar area in the middle of the cabin. As well as offering champagne, fruit and snacks, there's even fresh roses on display. So this is what I was originally going to be seating in today, which is 5A. However, on the Dreamliner I would advise against it because it doesn't come with the additional window. By the way, just so you can see the middle seats just here, what's quite good about them, and I have actually flown long haul on this, you can check out one of my reviews, I think of the A380 flown on this product, is that this divider here comes down at the push. So you can open it up, and if you're traveling as a couple, I would actually recommend it. However, if you're traveling on your own, let me move that back up. If you're traveling on your own, I would suggest going for a window seat. However, I will go to my one just over here. This here is the seat that I've been assigned today. This is 1A, and the good thing about 1A is that it comes with the 2 windows as opposed to 5A. Aside from that, you do get a bit of storage space up here, which you can use in flight, but you can't use when boarding because, of course, everything needs to be stowed for takeoff. So legroom is, of course, ample. I have got my pre-departure beverage here. That's one thing that a lot of airlines are cancelling at the moment, is pre-departures. Qatar are still serving pre-departures. This here is a Taittinger Rosé, so very nice indeed. Jet bridge is about to retract, and our flight over to Doha will be departing in approximately, I think, about 5 or 10 minutes. It's around a 45 minutes to an hour flight. Let's have a look. Look at that, 45 minutes. And like clockwork, it's time for our departure. The safety video was screened and we pushed back from stand. As Dubai Airport is close to the city centre, it's always an epic departure when flying up and over downtown. As we begin to level out, let's check out the menu and what a treat we have today in store. This is the food that we're getting on a 45-minute flight. Now, I'm going to have to hurry up and eat it. Stick that I got a few weeks ago for Turkish Airlines not providing anything realistic between I don't know, say Istanbul and London, they're serving a cardboard box in business class, which has cost £700. You look at a flight like this in business class where you're being offered this sort of level of service, it's incredibly impressive. Yes, sure, it's extravagant to have a meal like this for a short flight, but again, you're paying the premium, and this, after all, is business class. I think you know what time it is. Let's take a look at the bathroom for the loo review. These are always quite modern and classy on board Qatar Airways, well stocked with rituals amenities. And with that, we started descent. But before you go, let me show you how I booked this flight so cheaply. I know a lot of people are going to say like they don't like bus gates, but I love them. The reason I love them is this. Hang on, look at the size of that. Absolutely amazing. The surprises kept coming. This is not the usual kind of bus you'd get at a remote stand in, say, Heathrow. We're going to be going to the lounge in Doha again. Now, you guys that might be familiar with the channel may have seen this before, but this is genuinely, in my opinion, one of the best lounges for business class in the world. Aside from going up this cool escalator, by the way, we just saw the crazy big teddy bear, which is made out of bronze, I've just been informed, I never realised. We're about to go and meet one of my good buddies, who you may have seen on some of my other videos, James Asquith. When you come in, you're met by this epic, it's almost like a lake. But where we're going now is we're going to be going up these stairs. So we're going to go back up over and probably get some private dining. Yes, I know, guys. Also, look who I've run into in the lounge. This is my kind of lounge, a room specifically set up for our arrival. Naturally, some more Tassinger rosé was served with an appetizer of my favourite Arabic meze. Right. How did I book this? As I mentioned, the cash price is over $1,000. So my trick is to head over to the BA website and hit book a flight with Avios. Now you'll need to search for availability. So let's plug in the routing, dates and class. Then hit search. Once loaded, you'll find there's a couple of seats available for $12,500 Avios plus £60. You can even reduce the Avios needed by increasing the cash percentage. Hope this helps explain a little more about how I booked these flights, but do let me know if you've got any more questions down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again next week.